So you're able to enter his office.
Mm-hmm. I have Grim clutched currently like an emotional support drone. Um, Hey, Cap. I got some info and some questions for you. What do you want first?
Hit me the info.
Okay. So you know that worm that we had to delay stasis for?
Yup.
Yeah, that was from the Morgan. It's in absolutely everything. It would have vented our ship if we did something that Freya didn't like.
Kind of summarized, it would do something like that.
Yeah, not great. Figured you should know.
Thank you,
Um,
Mindy, for keeping me updated.
mm-hmm. It was an absolutely fucking everything. There were some Trojans too, but I rooted those out and took care of them, but we really should do something, like avoid them if possible. But I guess that's kind of the general idea anyway. Okay, now I got questions.
Yep. Questions.
Hmm. Why'd you keep it a secret from everyone?
Keep what is a secret? He
Rand's
says, like,
affiliations?
wedding. Oh,
Previous
well,
affiliations?
so that, to be truthful about it, the one, two.
Chance, you're kind of muffled.
Oh, sorry. One, I didn't think it would ever come up. Two, it was a situation that I didn't want to put Ram on the spot. I didn't want anyone to have any of their opinions of Ram clouded due to that.
Did it occur to you that you could, like, ask Ram if it was cool to let other people know?
I'm sure Ram would have said it was alright. It was more so the issue of the fact that I know some people in Rossi would have reacted not as well if their introduction to Ram was this is the Raider.
I mean, it didn't have to be an introduction, but I think a little bit more transparency might have been appreciated. Whatever, the past is the past.
Any other questions there, Mindy?
Yeah.
Alright.
What does Freya have? Oh, no. Why is Mac here in the first place? As in, what relationship do you or anyone else here have with the Morgan that we're taking care of her kid?
He takes out a big breath. One, I have zero relations with that psychopath other than I served with them once. Two, as far as I'm aware, only Mac and Ram have relations with the Morgan. Why Freya decided to come across the galaxy to find Verossi?
No. I'm asking why Mac's here in the first place. How did that whole negotiation go down? Nothing against Mac. I'm just wondering.
Freya quite literally gave me an offer I couldn't refuse, and so I took it.
What was the bit that you couldn't refuse?
She made it very clear that if we weren't going to assist her, she would find someone else that would.
And what? Shoot you?
He kind of like folds his hands a bit and he says, You know those stories about what raiders do to ships? They would have done that to a Rossi.
Okay. So you are babysitting. I'm just trying to process this. You served in a unit with her.
Yep.
And then, years later down the line, you're running your own salvage ship. She's the boss of her own raider ship. She
Boss of her
finds
own
you.
raider ship back then.
Oh. Fill it in for me.
She's had her privateer license revoked on several occasions.
Mm-hmm.
The Commonwealth hired a bunch of privateers, and they also gave small fleets the job of overseeing them during combat missions. I was a part of one of those fleets.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up becoming the CEO of that fleet after we ran into some issues. I had to wrangle all the pirates. I guess I left an impression.
They do very slow nod with like their entire upper body because of how slouched they are.
We need to fix your posture.
Better for holding Grim.
We can have you hold Grim and have a proper posture.
Maximum holding contact.
We can still do that with you and a proper posture.
Mm-hmm. So, you were her CEO? Or...
Yes.
Okay. Then, years later, you're running your own salvage off. Well, ship. And she's doing... raiding. Illegally.
Presumably, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then what? You meet her and she's like, hey, I have a kid. Can you take care of her? Or else?
No, actually, we had a official message come in from a real company that was saying because we had a hiring board for one more security, we had a bunch of firms offer. One firm did. There was a meetup arrangement. I went to the meetup. There she was.
She put an official request through the company?
She took over a security firm.
In order to put this through?
I'm sure that it wasn't to put this through. She just happened
was
to have a
convenient.
security firm. And I guess she remembered. I don't know what's going on for this psychopath's head there, Mindy. I'm not a psychopath. I'm also not an egotist. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I know, I just want to know how your end went.
I said hello, and I tried to leave the room, and I was promptly told that I should probably sit down to put matters into perspective. Freya was in control of that meeting, and Freya also made it very clear that so long as we have a kid, she would, for the most part, leave us alone. However, one day she'd be coming back to pick up both Ram and the kid, and that doesn't count as her leaving us alone.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that since Kid and Ram are staying here, she's going to leave us the fuck alone until she comes knocking for her kid again.
Okay. We have no idea how long that's gonna be.
I'm surprised she showed up this. I'm surprised that she showed up like this. I thought it was going to be a good old-fashioned, we're going to dock at a port and they're going to say hello.
Well, I guess she wanted to make an entrance for her kid.
Yeah, something like
And
that.
also they had other reasons for approaching us, so... Okay. Okay. Okay.
Is there anywhere to sit?
Yeah, there's 2 seats.
Okay. They will sit down. They will sit cross-legged on the chair with Grim in their lap.
Okay.
Their posture is absolutely garbage.
Yeah, I was just wondering where the connection was. Because, like, God forbid anyone on this crew happened to be the father.
No. No one on Barassi is the father of that child.
Do you know who the father is?
I can only assume the suit that was with her. And whoever it is probably dead because they went with her again.
What's that mean?
I mean, there was a big man who could very well have been the father who was in the same room, and it wasn't one of hers.
Not one of hers.
No.
Well, let's hope that the father doesn't come knocking around anytime soon.
All I can say is that the father's probably dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, then it'd be even worse if he came knocking anytime soon then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, a part of me still thinks it might be fucking Ram.
I think he's her father in, like, a parental relationship sense, not a banked sense.
Well, definitely that.
Like, man, you're so uncomfortable around her. Like her, I mean fan, not Max, but yeah.
He gives a little bit of a shrug.
Okay. Last question. How are you holding up, Captain?
Better than I was before.
She ain't here or anything else? Any good news to put a pep in your step?
Do you have any good news?
I think about it. You can tell they spent like an entire minute like thinking about it.
No, not from me.
Mm.
Actually, less news and more information. I discussed this with Hana and Rai. Vaguely mentioned it to Ram.
Not because it's my secret, but that because they're my usual consulting crew. They will drum a little on Grim to pop up a map of the known universe, known galaxies.
Okay.
No second anymore. They will home in on low prime and they'll say, so, the thing that Freya asked us to get her, is a thing associated with a super old Terran project. What we saw on Lao Prime, sure you heard the reports and everything, especially from Hash. It's a result of experimentation with the very same project. You also got the memo that fucking everyone involved is dead. That's the level of secrecy / danger that we're talking about here. Every single bit of info, any chance that anyone could have had any chance of remembering it, has been capped. At
This
least to
isn't
my
exactly
knowledge.
making me feel better there, Mindy.
Well, the good thing is that it's nothing to do with us. I'm just saying. Yeah. That's what happened on Lao Prime. But, it's been sending signals to this place. They will zoom on over to the mist. Managed to managed to track where that last signal ended up being beamed to, and it's all the way over here. And I read up, apparently it's a really dangerous part of space, so I don't imagine we'll be going there anytime soon. But, hello!
If the company pushed jobs away, yeah? We won't be going there.
Well, hello, Melv. There's a 500-year-old Terran, breadcrumb trail that's, being sprinkled around. It's not good news. But it is probably something that but it is something I think you should be aware of.
Well, you want us to follow this
God,
breadcrumb
fuck
trail?
no. Just that people, were we sent by the company to Lao Prime, or
Yep.
were we given a tip-off?
You were sent by the company.
Okay. The company sent us to Lao Prime.
Because
And
it's
Freya
a
sent us
treasure
to this
trove.
other place. And, well, I'm just saying, our last two jobs, taken willingly or not, were connected. Might be a reach. Might just be, might just be 500-year-old, it might just be 500-year-old and rotting away. But if there's any job that involves going out there, no, we best be prepared. Because whatever it is that Freya made us get, that fucking, hazard, it nearly killed us all.
And it's not going to be our problem again.
Yep.
I see where you're going with this, but I specifically avoid the jobs that send us anywhere close to the mists. So I don't think we need to worry about that.
I'm not.
However, this is against my better judgment. He's just quiet for a long time as he tries to figure out if he's going to save us or not.
They will do a little drum beat on Grim. Say, come on, Cap.
You know that man who's always bothering me whenever we get to Mouse? Dr. Harkin?
Uh-huh.
You might be able to share some conspiracies with him.
Their eyes line up.
Yeah, I figured
What?
you might be interested in that.
What's he bothering you about?
He wants a charter of Arasi to take him to a old battlefield site, right on the edge of the mists. And after going there, he doesn't even want to fucking salvage anything. Like, the job is that he knows where the location is, plus he's paying us, and we get to keep the salvage. But he wants to go there to study something or another. Then after that, he wants us to go into the mists because he knows where an arc is. And he wants to do the same study on that, and he wants to do some other study on the arc.
They hold up a finger. They point at the map. It doesn't happen to be here, right?
He hasn't told me where the arc is because he's not going to tell anyone until he finds a salvage crew to take him out there.
Mel?
Mindy.
I have
Yep.
You really don't want to be right.
Why are you asking me that, Mindy? You can hear the pain in his voice.
They flail a bit, and they let Grim go, and he hovers, and then they stand up straight. They like fix their back, they straighten their posture. It's like a lot of nervous energy, and then they say,
God.
"Okay, Melv." And they're like, "Okay, Melv, do you want me to talk to him and ask about this stuff? You fish around?"
I really don't want to do anything about it. I just figured you might like him because he's crazy.
They wince.
I'm calling you crazy, Mindy.
They grin, but there's still a little bit of wince. I don't like this. That's right.
Are you? Do you want to go and explore these random? Okay.
God!
I nearly had a heart attack.
No. Cross my heart and hope to die. They do all the hand motions too.
All right. If you want
like
to talk,
staying alive.
if you want to talk to him, sure, great, fantastic. Talk to him.
I won't accept any jobs on behalf of the ship.
All right.
1, I don't have the authority for that. 2, no.
That's good to hear.
One last question, then follow up. You're like the bad kind of crazy. Should I, like, get someone to go with me?
What?
They draw a line across their throat.
He just is like bewildered. He's like, why are you doing this?
What kind of crazy is he?
The conspiracist kind. The kind where he has strings set up in his office kind.
Okay. They do finger guns. Okay.
Like,
For a moment, I thought you were like Stark Raven mad, but no, that's different.
He's not Stark Raven mad. Like, maybe now he is because I keep on kind of avoiding him, but no.
How's everyone else treat him on Mouse?
He's the eccentric doctor that they keep around because he's a specialist in biology.
Biology or xenobiology?
Biology, and also a specialist in psychological stuff. Like he's not the head doctor. He's just kept on the payroll, and most salvagers know to just humor him, but not accept
Okay.
the jobs.
Okay.
He's basically stuck there unless he decided to leave.
Interesting. Okay. Well, Captain, I'm sorry to burden you with knowledge, but now you know what to keep an eye out for, I guess.
I guess.
They reach out and pat a consoling hand on his arm.
Thanks, Mindy.
Just doing my job. Any other deep, any other concerning things you might have for me?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing that comes to mind.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate you.
I
That is,
appreciate you too, Mindy.
They moonwalk out. Well, there's that one.